the 6 cards shown below are shuffled and placed face down on a table. What is the probability of randomly drawing an E on the first draw, replacing it, and then randomly drawing an N on the second draw? So how many times are you drawing? 2 times, right? And the first time you want an E. What's the probability of drawing an E? 1 E out of how many total? 1 out of 6? And then what do you do with that E? Do you keep it or you put it back? The replacing it says you put it back. Now to draw an N, you still have 6 cards, right? Because you put the E back. How many of those are N's? Perfect. That's your top number. So you are going to multiply top times top, bottom times bottom, and then you will have to simplify. So if you are ever not sure about simplifying, if you pick one of these answer choices, you can test to see if it's the same. If you cross product and your answer is the same, it's the right answer. So that means B is not your answer. Does that make sense? We talked about it in small group a couple times, but I know not everybody got to hear that. But top times top, bottom times bottom, and then simplify to find your answer. Alright, number 2 says, Marcus places 3 pink, I like to make lists, so 3 pink cubes, 2 green cubes, 1 yellow cube, 9 white cubes, and 5 blue cubes in a bag. What are the chances of pulling a green cube, not replacing it, and then pulling a blue cube from the bag? So first, we're going to draw twice. First we want a green. How many greens do I have? 2 out of how many total? 20? Do I put it back in after I draw it? Then not replacing it, right? So green is 2 out of 20. I'm not putting that green back. So cross out one of the greens, change it from 2 to 1. Now I want a blue. How many blues are there? 5 out of how many? Not 20 anymore. Go back and count them all up again. There are no longer 20 cubes. You took them out. Top times top, bottom times bottom, and then you'll have to simplify to find your answer. Number 3 says Susan has $3 less than half as much money as Juan. Which correction correctly represents the amount of money Y that Susan has if Juan has X dollars? So Susan is Y. Susan has $3 less than. She has a minus 3. $3 less than half as much money as Juan. Juan is X. Half as much money as X. Half as much as X. So I need half of X, right? So you are looking for the equation that has minus 3 and 1/2 times X. Number 4, a little crowded on there. I almost didn't see it. Taylor has $14.50 in the bank. Each day he adds $2.25. Which equation can Taylor use to calculate M, the amount of money he will have in the bank after D, number of days? So each day, each is multiply, right? We're multiplying time days. Is this a positive or a negative $14.50? Positive. And is 225 positive or negative? Positive. And which one of these numbers is being multiplied by days? Is it $14.50 each day, or is it $2.25 each day? Right, so that's the number that's going to be multiplied. So you are looking for the equation that has $14.50 being added and $2.25 being multiplied. Number 5 says, which value for x makes this inequality true? Couple ways you can do this. You can put these values inside the inequality until one comes out correct, or you can solve the inequality. I like to solve. So I started asking myself first, if the number in front of x was a negative. If I do it first, I don't forget to do it. You're supposed to wait till the end. I'm looking first so I don't forget. The number in front of x is -5. If the number is negative, my sign is going to change direction. My answer will have the sign facing this way. If I've decided that now, I don't have to forget later. And maybe you don't forget, but I do. So first step, subtracting that 4. These cancel out and you are left with -5x and 40. And right now the sign's still that way. We just know it's going to change. One last step. Right, this is being multiplied, so we're going to divide by -5. These cancel out, you are left with x. You have to write up and down just like this. If you try to write it out to the side, you might flip-flop your sides and your answer will be wrong. There's a reason we have you write like that.